good YouTube fight fans all over the world? Real Talk Boxing, we back at you again. Now, Tyson Fury says that he would batter Anthony Joshua inside of one round. One round. Is Tyson getting a little too big for his britches? Yes, he's always been too big for his britches. He's always talking trash. So that's nothing new. Does he mean that? I don't know. Do people believe it? Do I believe it? Do you believe it? Honestly, I don't believe it. I don't believe it whatsoever, and here's why. Now, when we're talking Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua, a fight that hasn't happened yet that we're all hoping is going to happen. First, they have obligations before they fight. Tyson Fury, maybe not. But Anthony Joshua, factual, he has to take on Pulev. And he better be careful because Pulev is always dangerous. Always dangerous. So I think that he should go in there, Anthony Joshua, and get Pulev out of there and get him out of there fast. That way he's not susceptible of getting hit with anything stupid because it is heavyweights. Should he beat Pulev and Tyson Fury does whatever he needs to do, rematch with Deontay Wilder, which I don't believe ever is going to happen, or Dillian White maybe out of the picture now. But for some reason, people think that Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua is going to be a one-sided fight. It's going to be a landslide. And a lot of people that I see talk about this fight think that Tyson Fury is going to win the fight and he's going to win it easily. I do not think that's the case. I do give Tyson Fury a slight edge in that fight. He's faster. He's more fluid. He has a better boxing IQ, but he is not a heavy puncher. And Anthony Joshua is a heck of a lot heavier puncher than Tyson Fury, and he's a lot stronger, physically stronger, and more athletic. So, do I think Tyson Fury is just going to mollywop Anthony Joshua? No. I believe Tyson Fury, his butt would probably touch the canvas once or twice that night. You just never know. We're dealing with a big, strong Anthony Joshua. But here's why I say that Tyson Fury is just blowing smoke and talking trash about getting Anthony Joshua out of there in one round. First of all, I remember he stated in his second fight with Deontay Wilder that he was going to get Deontay Wilder out of there in 2 rounds. And it took him 6.5, 7. If you couldn't get Wilder out in 2 rounds, you're not going to be able to get Anthony Joshua out in 1 round. That's just my opinion. Both of them have shown that they can be hurt and dropped, Fury and Joshua. They have gotten off the canvas to win fights after being dropped. So they have that experience. But as far as you just coming in and beating Anthony Joshua in 1 round, I just don't see it happening. I just don't see it happening with that caliber of fighter. We're not talking about a B minus fighter. Anthony Joshua is amongst the elite in the heavyweight division, and Tyson Fury is just doing what Tyson Fury does best, talking trash. That's just what he does. So when he says that I'm going to get him out in 1 round, I just, whatever. You're going to have to show me. Walk it like you talk it. I'll believe it when I see it. Now, let's get back to the fight between these two, should it happen and when it happens. Tyson Fury, I believe, has a slight edge. But that doesn't go to say that Anthony Joshua doesn't have a grand chance of winning that fight. I honestly think it could go either way. But if I was a betting man, I would probably put money on Fury to win. Majority decision, split decision. Both of them probably, at least Tyson Fury touching the canvas at least once. Probably getting back up and putting on a masterful, boxing clinic, so to speak. But Joshua is no pushover, people. Just because Joshua lost, just because he got caught slipping, doesn't mean that the guy sucks. When Ruiz beat him, everybody was like, they jumped on his tail. They kicked him while he was down. We knew you was just hype. And then they talked about him even worse when he actually won the rematch. Oh, he ran the entire time. He didn't know. We've been through that. We've been through that. He did what he had to do to obtain his belts back the safest way he knew possible. And I commend him for that. I don't call him a coward for using the ring, for using effective movement, people. That's what he did. So, in the case between him and Tyson Fury fighting, it will be an explosive fight, I believe. When I say I give Tyson Fury a slight edge, I'm not saying that I don't think Anthony Joshua has a chance of winning, because he does. He most certainly does. But these guys have to handle their obligations before they step in the ring. They have to. But you know Tyson Fury, he thinks he can beat Godzilla. Tyson Fury thinks he can beat King Kong. That's just his mentality. I don't lose, is what he says. I don't lose. And I love his confidence. But I don't know, man. To me, he was ducking Dillian White. I'm pretty sure he's happy Dillian White got knocked out, so he may not have to deal with Dillian White. But if Dillian White comes back and beats Povetkin, then he still might have to deal with him. He should have to deal with him, honestly. But that situation, I don't respect of Tyson Fury. Saying that you're going to give the man his shot and then saying something different afterwards. You got to be a man of your word, Tyson. Like I said before, don't make me change my views of you, bro. Because you duck Dillian. You know what I'm saying? And history has proven when you win titles, you have yet to defend them. When you beat Klitschko, you didn't defend those titles. I know you were going through a lot of personal things, personal issues, but now you're not. Don't get this WBC title vacated by not fighting. Your mandatories are top opposition. I want to see you one time defend your title. I know you can do it. Don't give us controversy. Don't give us any reason to dislike you or to discredit you or lose respect. You got to keep that respect. You got to keep that honor, baby. You have to. But as far as you getting rid of Anthony Joshua in one round, I'm sorry, Tyson. I love you, brother, but I don't think you can do it. I don't. But I know your game. I hear you talking, and I love you anyway. What's your take on this? Comment below. Let me know. As always, respect all, fear none. God bless. Till the next time. Peace.